Range Rover plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. This is a strange car. It's a sort of a Swiss Army knife. It's yesterday I was out in the forest. I tried the car in the ruts after a forestry machine, and it was really muddy. So I put the terrain response to mud ruts, raised the car and put in low gear, and all of a sudden it was, yeah, more or less a Land Rover, more or less an off-road car. There are differential lockings in the rear axle and in the middle axle, in between the axles. So you really get the power down to the wheels and down in the mud. It performs really good in off-roading, and it has, under the drivetrain in the car, are massive aluminum protection shields. So although you are driving around in the forest with a car that's about 100,000 euros in value, you have good protection. You can take the risk to go over a stone or something like that. And if you want to use it on the highway, you have 400 horsepower like this for overtaking. So it's the base of the car is a Land Rover off-road car that has been developed to really serious long distance drive car. It's quite comfortable and really nice for long distance driving. It also performs very well with 400 horsepower 4-cylinder petrol engine, the new Land Rover Ingenious engines. But it still has its off-roading capabilities. So yeah, off-roading in style, you might say. Well, anyway, the interior of the Range Rover PHEV is serious. It's a little bit more luxurious than it's in the Disco 5, for example. Although the Disco 5 isn't bad, it's really a nice car in the interior too. The big difference between this one and the Disco 5 is the Disco 5 is much roomier. You have a bigger boot, you have a longer wheelbase, and you have up to 7 seats in the Disco 5. This is the Range Rover Sport with up to 5 seats, a smaller boot, and a shorter wheelbase. The Disco 5 I drove before, I drove with the diesel engine with 300 horsepower. That's more than enough in the most situations. So I really don't think it's a big problem to choose between the Disco 5's 300 horsepower V6 diesel and this 4-cylinder petrol. When I drove this Range Rover Sport plug-in hybrid, I had a fuel consumption of about 8.1 liter of petrol per 100 kilometers. The same driving with the Disco 5 with 300 horsepower diesel gave me a fuel consumption of 7.3 liters per 100 kilometers. So it's a little bit more economical, and it's a little bit more environmental friendly if you focus on CO2. But on the other hand, if you have a lot of day-to-day driving shorter distances like 30-40 kilometers, this one is much better for the environment because you can do all those short driving in electric mode. It means also that you drive a little bit cheaper because you plug it in when you arrive in your home, and then you charge during the night, and then you go to job in the morning, and then you plug it in there, and you charge while you're on your work, and then you go back home again on pure electric. So depends on what you think. You can think about the Range Rover PHEV as a very expensive electric car that doesn't do more than 40 kilometers on pure electric. But you can also think of it as the great solution for you who really want off-roading, who really want safe, comfortable, long-distance drive, and you want to have heavy trailer after the car. If you think about it that way, it's a way to go with a serious SUV without any SUV shame.